Mārie tātou, welcome back everybody. We have opened this morning already with Karakia, but I'm going to ask Councillor Ormsby if she might open us this afternoon, particularly with the events over the last couple of weeks across the motu. Kia ora, thank you.
Kia ora, thank you, Chair. Tēnā tātou katoa. He mihi mahana kia koutou I tēnei marama me tēnei wā o te raumati me te tauhou. Nā reira tēnā tātou katoa. We are going to take our time in our karakia to send our prayers and our thoughts and our aroha to all the regions that have been affected by severe weather events. Those who have lost loved ones, those who have been impacted, and those working through response and recovery. So please join in if you know this karakia. It's Catholic-based, katorika, and it's one that many children through kohanga and kura kaupapa learn, and it's the Lord's Prayer in te reo Māori.
Kia ora.
Matua, Mike, would you like to start this karakia for us?
This is Lord's Prayer. E tō mātou matutarangi, kia tapu tō
kia tai mai tauranga tiratanga, kia metia tau e pai ai ki runga ki te whenua, kia riti anō ki tō te rangi. Ho mai kia mātou ai nei he tarama mātou mō tēnei rā. Muru o mātou hara, me mātou hoki e muru nei I o te hunga e harana kia mātou. Aua hoki mātou e kawea, kia whakawaia, engari whakorangia mātou I te kino. Nau hoki te rangatiratanga, te kaha me te kororia, ake, ake, amini.
Kia ora. Thank you, Councillor Ormsby. A little bit of housekeeping. The meeting is being live streamed. We're online now for watching live or at a later date. In an earthquake, please drop cover and hold. If the shaking is long or strong, please wait until the shaking subsides. Then we'll leave the building and head up Napier Hill along this way, please. If there's an evacuation and you hear the alarm, please evacuate this way to the grass out on this side. Welcome to our guests. There's also a bathroom down the hallway here. Warm welcome to our staff and to our Māori Committee representative, Mike Paku, and our RPC chair, co-chair, Tanya Hopmans. Are there any apologies today? Yes, apologies from Councillor Di Roadley, who is a recipient of the grant to attend the Kellogg's training this year, so she's on her first piece of that. Are there any other apologies? Well, I'm happy to move that from the chair and the seconder. Thank you, Councillor Kuklinski. Would anyone like to declare any conflicts for any of the items today? No, none to report. Thank you. Confirmation of previous minutes which have been uploaded. Are there any comments or changes or amendments? Nothing arising from those minutes anyone would like to raise? I'm happy to move those minutes from the chair. Do I have a seconder?
Yeah, I'll second it.
Thank you. Councillor Van Beek. All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Against? Carried. Thank you. We do have public forum time. There are no speakers today, but I do acknowledge our guest Steve here, who has indicated he may wish to come and share with us at a later occasion around some of his concerns for Waitangi Park and for some of the drainage systems in Napier. So welcome to you, and we look forward to hearing from you in the future. Thank you. We're going to move on to our decision items. Item 5. This is the process to appoint the independent chair of Finance, Audit, Risk and Emergency Committee. I'll ask Pip to join us. So this is to consider the process that we will go through on this, and there will be a further meeting where we look to recommend a person for that position. Thank you. Welcome, Pip. Welcome, Desi.
Thank you. Good afternoon, councillors. Desiree has prepared a process which will outline how we intend to appoint the independent director or independent chair of the Finance, Audit, Risk and Emergency Committee. So I will pass over to Desiree to outline the process that we're seeking your approval for today.
Thank you, Pip. So this is really quite a procedural decision, but it seeks your approval for a sort of three-step approach, and we're really doing this so that we can de-risk the appointment process. So when they bring you a preferred candidate for ratification, you've already approved the process. So the three steps are that we've already advertised, but the assessment and the short listing of those candidates is conducted by Pip as the Corporate Services GM and the GM responsible for the committee. And they are then given to step 2 is a nominations evaluation group, which consists of the Regional Council Chair, the Deputy Chair of the FAIR Committee, and the GM Corporate Services as the relevant GM in charge of that committee. They are responsible for agreeing the shortlist, conducting the interviews and negotiating and choosing their preferred candidate. They will then write a report for the February council meeting in which you will be asked as the council to ratify their preferred candidate. So that is a short, sharp précis of the paper and the process that we are proposing. Happy to take any questions.
Any questions on that process? No? Any comments? No? So we have option 1, 2 and 3. So I'll be looking for someone to move one of those options, please. Option 1 is agreeing to the process as outlined. Option 2 is to suggest a different process, and option 3 to revisit terms of reference. And you might notice you'll start to see in our papers slightly more options offered, and that's the governance team are looking to ensure under Local Government Act that they are bringing us all possible and reasonable options under every paper or every decision item. So you might be surprised to see that we start the process again, but effectively staff are making sure that you understand all the options that are on the table for you.
I'm happy to move option 1, Chair.
Option 1, mm-hmm. Is there a seconder for that?
I can second
Councillor Parsons, thank you. Would either of you like to speak to that?
Other than it represents a very logical process to me.
Okay. Any other comments? All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Thank you very much. Carried. Item 5.2 is affixing the common seal. There's been 2 leasehold land sales and there has been a staff warrant. Any questions on common seal? Someone happy to move paper? Thank you, Councillor McElroy. Seconded Councillor Van Beek. Thank you. Any other comments? No. Thank you. All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Any against? Carried. Thank you very much. Item 6, information performance monitoring. This is the Niue Wairoa flood resilience update. Welcome, James and Chris. Usually we'd see Andrew. Usually,
he's just on his way.
Oh, Andrew's on his way.
A bit early, but
Okay.
James will present this paper so we can start.
Perfect. Thank you.
Join us, and then Andrew will lead the following paper.
Thank you. Thanks, James. Did you want to?
Yeah, through
preface?
you,
Yes,
Chair. The Wairoa flood mitigation project has had a complex history, and we have enjoyed a very close working relationship in Wairoa with all parties, including the Crown Manager,
Yes.
in trying to get to the point where we have both a viable scheme that does the most we can do to protect North Clyde, utilises the funding from the Crown under the Niue program, and has minimised the impact on whenua and particularly on sites of significance through North Clyde. pleased to say we got to a point just before Christmas where NIFCO, so that's the National Infrastructure Funding and Financing Agency, who are the Crown's agent in the NIWI program, agreed with the support of the Crown manager for that project to move to the next stage of detailed design, which essentially releases funding for us to get on with the job. So that was a real landmark in the process, and it was important for the team to bring you this paper just so we have on the record where we have got to. So I'll hand over to Chris and James to take you through the paper.
Thank you.
Kia ora, councillors. Through you, Chair. Thank you very much. Nick's done a very succinct summary there. What we really wanted to bring to you around this paper is the fact that this is our most complex and consequently expensive NIWI project, and we did have a specific funding condition tied to this. The commitment that we made to yourselves as councillors that we would carry a $10 million contingency budget, contingency into construction. So just to briefly expand on what Nick had summarised, with the GO approval from NIF on the 19th of December, this unlocked a further $10 million of funding, which essentially allows us to go through to design completion, to secure all of the land agreements and access required to move ahead, and move us to essentially what's called the Gate 2 approval stage. So this will be the step before we go into final construction. The Wairoa budget of $70 million is entirely Crown funded. At the moment, based on our very high-level preliminary construction estimates, we would be slightly short of being able to carry a $10 million construction contingency. And so that was really the main reason that we were bringing this to you now, just to let you know that once we have surety of our construction budget and what is to be expected, we will make sure to either come back to yourselves or ensure that we have that $10 million contingency available to fulfil the obligation to the council. And so it was really just to make sure that you had an update on where we were in terms of the performance and the obligation that was committed to council. So taking this as read, I think that's really just the brief synopsis on where we are, and happy to take any questions.
Questions? Yes. Thanks very much, James. Welcome, Andrew.
Thank you.
Questions? Excellent paper, obviously.
Definitely.
Excellent paper.
Through you, Chair.
Yes, yes, Councillor Waitoa.
Page 13, budget impact, paragraph 26. So that states a $8.8 million buffer. 27, as you just said, commits to take 10 million of the construction. So how will we close that gap?
So there'll be, once we have completed final design, this will actually give us surety on our construction costs. So to be honest, we believe that we will come in within the $70 million window to be able to provide that $10 million. If for the need to provide the hard engineering options that has come about from the narrowing of the spillway, for example, the use of concrete structures, floodgates, etc. If there were a need for additional funding, our first stop would be to explore through the program to use other contingent funds available, which we are forecasting to have at this stage. Yes, but we believe that we will be able to exist within the $70 million envelope.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kia ora, kia ora team. So this is in terms of land access and how we're progressing there, was being able to, have what we need land-wise and infrastructure-wise for the scheme.
So we have split it into two sections essentially. Within the spillway, we have secured all but one, the access to the properties that we need, and worried about secure further one. It's really just a question of timing. There was unfortunately a death in the family just before Christmas, which has slowed the process. And then on the south side of the river, the Mitchell, what we're calling sort of the Mitchell Road properties, we've begun engagement with those 11 to 12 property owners, again, just depending on final design. So that is still in its infancy at this stage, but it's also a lot less complex due to the fact that we're only essentially building the stop bank on the front riverside of the property. So we do not anticipate any issues within that, but public engagement is well underway within that space as well.
Councillor McElroy?
I think myself and all of Wairoa just want to know when is it going to start. Yeah.
We are progressing as rapidly towards getting shovels in the ground as we can. We are still aiming to have some enabling work, some professional work done for this construction season. We are progressing several work streams all at once with the aim of beginning as soon as possible.
Okay.
Thank you. No other questions? No comments? Any comments? We have a recommendation simply to receive and note the Wairoa flood resilience update. Do I have a mover for that? Thank you, Councillor McElroy. Councillor Hawke. Thank you. Would you like to make any further comments? No? Others? All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Against? That's carried. Thank you. Thanks very much, team. Well done. Well done. That brings us to the Niue item 7, which is our public excluded item. This is the Niue Pakawhai flood mitigation. So I'm going to move us into public excluded. Do I have a seconder for that?
Yep.
Thank you, Councillor Van Beek. Would anyone can see the rationale for excluding the public? Let me just read that. Negotiations are ongoing. Public release of financial details would jeopardise Council's ability to negotiate in good faith and give rise to the risk of information being used for private gain. Everybody comfortable with that? Thank you. All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Thank you.
tō tātou ariki a ihu karaiti, me te aroha o te atua, me te whiwhi ngā tahitanga ki te wairua tapu, ake, ake, āmeni.
Thank you, appreciate that. Kia ora. Thanks everyone, appreciate you. Chairs are staying for agenda planning. Are you staying, aren't you, Neil, for that? Are you? Yep. Great.
And the
Only you don't know, but you and Di.
email thing, I'm just reading all the emails.